Excellencies, distinguished delegates, captains of industry, students, entrepreneurs, and friends from the media. Namaskar, good morning, and a very warm welcome to all of you to India Energy Week 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, this third edition of the India Energy Week comes at a significant time amongst today's global uncertainty, and I would say it also comes at an opportune time. I don't think anyone here would disagree with me. The last few years, encapsulated in the whirlwind events of 2024, have left the global energy order in transition. These include major geopolitical shifts. It is in this context that I believe that the India Energy Week provides a unique platform for all of us in the industry to reflect and introspect, to catch up with each other, not just formally as business-to-business transactions are undertaken, but also informally for policymakers and stakeholders to understand what other nations are thinking of and what we can do together. We have here a representation that captures both the urgency of the moment and the professionals from, ladies and gentlemen, is not just a strategic conference. Beyond industry and technology, IEW is also about youth and innovation. More than 500 entrepreneurs are participating in startup challenges like Avinya and Vasudha, thus nurturing the next generation of energy disruptors. It is also an exhibition forum where cutting-edge innovations will be showcased by more than 700 exhibiting companies, more than 100 of which are exciting startups. I am overwhelmed to see the scale, depth, and size of innovation, particularly in deep tech in the energy sector, such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, quantum computing, big data, drones, and robotics. In many ways, harnessing the burgeoning innovation ecosystem, most notably in India, was a primary factor behind the inception of the first edition of the India Energy Week in 2023. Major oil and gas companies such as BP, Shell, Exxon, Chevron, McDermott have their global capability centers in India, where lakhs of Indian, a lakh being 100,000, Indian engineers are doing cutting-edge design, engineering, data processing, and decision analytics for drilling operations, refinery operations, and seismic data processing globally, renewables, and hydrogen. The IEA estimated that global energy investment was going to exceed $3 trillion for the first time in 2024, with $2 trillion going to clean energy, technologies, and infrastructure. Climate change is no longer a looming threat. It is already here. It is unfolding in many grave disasters. Wildfires, floods, and record-breaking temperatures are clear reminders that the world is running out of time. I am a student of history. When I look back at the evolution of global energy economics, I recognize that the very notion of energy transition requires a very deep and nuanced understanding. It is not outright replacement, but more shifting the primacy of one energy source over another. This transition isn't about eliminating hydrocarbons overnight, but leveraging them strategically while scaling renewables to mitigate emissions. For too long, we have framed energy transition as a linear journey, from fossil fuels to renewables, from past to future, from problems to solution. But what if this logic is not feasible? Even when renewables become the dominant energy sources, oil and gas will continue to play an important, if not pivotal role, not just in power generation, but in stabilizing grids, industrial hydrogen, and energy storage innovation. One thing has become absolutely clear to all stakeholders. Energy justice must remain at the core of the imminent transformation. A fragmented transition risks deepening inequality, leaving billions without reliable energy, while wealthier nations surge ahead. If the transition is not just, it will not succeed, because the political economy will not allow it. There are three forces, in my view, that will play a pivotal role in shaping the energy landscape in the coming years. Artificial intelligence and clean cooking are emerging as major energy demand drivers, each shaping the future of economies and societies. AI is one of the largest energy consumers, with data center demand rising 18 to 20% annually by 2030. India's AI-driven digital economy, projected to reach US $400 billion by 2030, presents both a challenge and an opportunity. The real question is not how we will meet this surge in demand, but how we will do so without destabilizing grids or derailing climate commitments. Renewables alone won't be enough. AI-driven demand requires round-the-clock reliability, meaning natural gas, coal with carbon abatement, and next-generation nuclear will remain essential. But the potential benefits are immense. AI itself will enhance fossil fuel efficiency, reshaping the energy equation where intelligence, not just resources, dictates energy security. The next great leap will come from dismantling the idea of centralized energy in the form of AI-driven grids that predict demand before it happens. On the other hand, expanding clean cooking gas access requires a multi-fuel strategy, scaling traditional LPG, augmenting bio-CNG, accelerating electrification, and challenging investments into areas such as integration, decentralized renewables like wind power and microgrids to support electric and induction cooking. The challenge is not technology, but scaling access equitably. India has achieved 100% clean cooking access through the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, city gas expansion, and solar cooking pilots, proving that policy-driven solutions can transform lives. The answer to energy transition lies in strategic investments across hydrocarbons and renewables. The future lies in smart capital reallocation, for instance, deploying wind and solar where intermittency is manageable, biofuels where liquid fuel demand persists, and gas where firm power is essential. That is how we assure both affordability and decarbonization. India presents a compelling and diversified investment landscape. 7.6 billion tons of discovered upstream resources, 500 million tons of biofuel foods feedstock, and rising energy demand. At the same time, it is scaling renewables, targeting 5 million metric tons of hydrogen by 2030, US $96 billion in hydrogen investments, and a gas share increase from 6 to 15% alongside a US $30 billion in refining and petrochemical expansion. Third, resilient supply chains for an orderly transition. Supply disruptions, whether in lithium for storage, nickel for EVs, or semiconductors for AI-driven grids, must not create winners and losers in the transition. Without intervention, the growing gap in energy technology access could leave developing economies locked out of the transition. Governments and industries must act decisively to prevent disorderly shifts. Policy cannot remain while the world accelerates. Governments must craft frameworks that incentivize bold innovation, de-risk essential investment, and ensure commitments beyond the short term. Success will be measured, I submit, not by how fast the wealthiest decarbonize, but how inclusively the world transforms. It is our fervent hope that this third edition of India Energy Week becomes the definitive platform for shaping the energy agenda of the future. This is where transformative partnerships will hopefully take place and take shape, where game-changing technologies are unveiled and the future of energy is written. I urge the 6,000 delegates present here to engage meaningfully in the strategic conference sessions planned for the next 4 days and help chart a roadmap to stabilize energy markets and strengthen international cooperation. Thank you very much.